Whoa, what's them? Checking this out, see if I'm live, what's popping. Trying to check it out, see if I got any problems, audio. Right now, I can already hear myself echo, so I gotta change that right quick. What's good with y'all? What's really good? You see about these properties and all of this here, advanced properties and junk. But I saw that Joe Biden address to Congress, boy. Pretty stupid and lame. He really exposed himself a whole lot, boy. It was so much said. Like, I'm really just gonna listen to a few clips of it while I'm testing out this audio because I can't even find the little properties I need because it's a different program. So I gotta figure out all the ropes. So that's the main reason I hopped in the live too. I know it ain't no filter properties, advanced audio properties, goddamn. There it is, a thing. Monitor only. Monitor off. That way I don't want to hear me and junk. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all can still hear me? Yep. That's what's up. Y'all know I don't be going live, so check this out and see if everything's streaming right. Seem like it is though. But anyway, man, let's just go to talking anyway. But at the same time, though, people be acting like, see me, if I don't feel a video, I'm not dropping it, bro. I'm not putting out nothing I don't feel. I'm just not that type of person. I could be like everybody else and drop a video every second about every story too, goddamn. But that's just not my style. You understand me? Like, I really like to take my time and know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I'm going to research every little nook and cranny that I can so I can have a jump on exactly what's going on, y'all. Like with this fool Joe Biden, speaking of that. You understand me? Let's go to him. You are witnessing the Rebel Network. Listen to this fool Joe Biden early, y'all. Thank y'all for checking out the live, whoever in there. I know who that one supporter is, though. But let me press play on it, y'all. Let's hop into it. We're going to do this here live.
Other places in Africa, in the Middle East, and beyond.
If y'all could hear
and
that
we won't ignore what our intelligence agencies have determined to be the most lethal terrorist threat to the homeland today. White supremacy is terrorism.
You heard him?
We're not going to ignore that.
You heard him? He said, they said white supremacy, y'all, is terrorism. Did you notice that nobody in the audience applauded? Like, yes, we agree that this is terrorism. White supremacy, to be supreme over every other human being, y'all, is terrorism. They didn't get up and applaud that or nothing. Did y'all pay attention to that? Let's hear it again, goddammit. Because that's a shame, bro. Like, they really show their true colors, but you just got to know how to look, y'all. Listen.
Committees, the Foreign Relations Committee, Defense Committees, you know well, we have to remain vigilant against the threats to the United States wherever they come from. Al-Qaeda and ISIS are in Yemen, Syria, Somalia, other places in Africa, in the Middle East, and beyond. And we won't ignore what our intelligence agencies have determined to be the most lethal terrorist threat to the homeland today. White supremacy is terrorism. We're not going to...
You see that? You see that? Nobody applauded that. Like, I really found that to be problematic. Y'all didn't pay attention to that. It was so many red flags in this dude addressed to Congress. Let's just keep going. You did?
Ignore that either.
Talking about we not going to ignore white supremacy. They just not ignored it, y'all. They didn't clap. They didn't show no type of agreement. Kamala Harris, her face ain't even moving, y'all. She look exactly how she look on that picture right there. Let me press play and we're going to keep going through it.
We have to come together to heal the
soul of this nation. Y'all know I ain't usually live like this here, but we're going to check it out, get all the kinks out, and we might could do this more regular. What's good, GG Dog?
She's a little tight. So
look, now he going into some little sympathetic story, y'all. Y'all know they good for that. They always try to butter you up, then they slide something on through, then they hit you hard, then they butter you up again, y'all. Remember, I'm just going through this. I'm testing out the kinks of this live. Y'all let me know if y'all see any type of problems. You understand? What's up, Ms. Monet? Thank you for the support, you did. Let's continue listening, y'all. You are witnessing the Rebel Network.
She looked at me, she said, "My daddy changed the world."
Here's the story.
Well, after the conviction of George Floyd's murderer, we can see how right she was if we have the courage to act as a Congress.
How'd that go? I don't understand why so many people just jumping for joy as if they witness somebody get life, or if they witness somebody get the electric chair, because that's what they need to get. Y'all just happy because you saw a conviction. I'm not happy of a conviction. I want to see what they sentenced to. That's the real meat of the situation. But watch how they stall that out. That probably take a year for them to even sentence somebody. You never know. And you know, whenever they do get the sentence, they get the bare minimum, goddamn it, every time, y'all. Let's continue to skim through this fool. If y'all hear any audio, visual type of problems, let me know.
We've all seen the knee of injustice on the neck of Black Americans. Now's our opportunity to make some real progress. The vast majority of men and women wearing a uniform and a badge serve our communities, and they serve them honorably.
Wow, did you hear that? Did you hear that? While he talking to black people, he said the vast majority, y'all, of cops serve that badge honorably. For real, you think so? Because I've been in the military, you did, and they have something called accountability. If I watch my friend do the wrong thing, then me and him is just as wrong, you did. We all mess up. One mess up, we all mess up. Like that boy Nick Cannon on what that movie is, a Drumline. One band, one sound. If you play for a football team, when somebody on the defense mess up, everybody on the defense got to run. All offense, all the whole team. You understand me? So how that go, y'all? Let's replay that. You did?
Americans. Now's our opportunity to make some real progress. The vast majority of men and women wearing a uniform and a badge serve our communities, and they serve them honorably.
Wow.
I know them. I know they want them.
Look at Maxine Waters standing up, one of the top coons, y'all. But pay attention to that. Y'all notice, I don't know how many of y'all was here earlier, you did. But do you notice earlier when he said white supremacy is terrorism? Nobody clapped. But when he said majority of cops are actually good people and doing their job, everybody jumped out of their seats. Y'all see how quick they responded to that? Even old Maxine Waters, one of the people who y'all actually think is a leader. You actually think Maxine Waters, my bad, speak for you, y'all. Let's continue. Get past that bullshit. They clapping.
They want to help meet this moment as well. My fellow Americans, we have to come together to rebuild trust between law enforcement and the people they serve.
Wow. Rebuild trust between law enforcement, y'all, and the people they serve. You mean the people they patrol, the people they enforce, goddamn it? What? Wow. You know what a trust lie? The trust lie in between justice, right and wrong, goddamn it. If you coming in and harassing people, that is wrong. It ain't no, we can't meet them halfway on something like that, y'all. How I'ma meet you halfway and you absolutely wrong. You come in people's neighborhoods, throwing them on cars, drawing down with all kinds of weapons, y'all, but we supposed to meet them halfway. Because the vast majority of them is actually good people. You know what the vast majority of them is, y'all? The vast majority of them know exactly who the white supremacists is, and they keep their mouth shut, y'all. The vast majority of them shut up and look the other way. And I don't like look the other ways, you dig? I don't like people who look the other way. I never was the type of person to look the other way, god damn it. If I see somebody trying to like attack my friends, something gonna happen. If I see somebody trying to wrong somebody, I know something gonna happen. I don't look the other way, you understand me? Good looking, Miss Monet, on the continued support, you heard me? You are witnessing the Rebel Network. Y'all continue since we know who the vast majority. Boy, get out of here. I'm getting mad now. Y'all know how I do.
And to enact police reform in George Floyd's name that passed the House already. I know Republicans have their own ideas and are engaged in the very productive discussions with Democrats in the Senate. We need to work together to find a consensus. But let's get it done next month.
Y'all remember, enact police reform. Reform means change. This dude is not being specific at all. Enact police reform, and then you just keep blasting George Floyd name on it so he could get all the sympathy that he needs. George Floyd and George Floyd's daughter, y'all, and all of that, and enact this reform. We need that reform, which means change. What kind of change? I'm gonna ask y'all this once again. Is it the kind of change to where the cops gonna get new vests, they're gonna get new guns, they're gonna get new flashlights, new cars, or whatever they need? Exactly what kind of reform? What kind of change, y'all? And remember, y'all, I'm still testing out this live. Y'all know I don't be live, but I'm trying to see, work out all the kinks and all of this with this program or whatever. Let's continue, y'all.
By the first anniversary of George Floyd's death.
George Floyd again, look. George Floyd again. It's like he using that man for claps and everything, clout chasing. Kind of book. Boy, let's keep going. Come on, man.
Justice, real justice. And supports this reform. And Congress should act. We have a giant opportunity to bend the arc of the moral universe toward justice, real justice.
Real justice.
And with the plans out.
You heard what he said? You got the opportunity to get real justice, which lets you know that everything you've been receiving before this is not real justice. That's an admission that you don't receive justice, y'all. It could be that subtle, but yet so impactful. Listen to him.
We have a giant opportunity to bend the arc of the moral universe toward justice, real justice. And with the plans outlined tonight, we have a real chance to root out systemic racism that plagues America and American lives in other ways. A chance to deliver real equity, good jobs, good schools, affordable.
A real equity, Black people. Good jobs, good schools and everything. He letting you know that you are not getting real equity. You don't have good jobs. You don't have good schools. Whatever he's saying, you got to think the opposite of it. You understand? Let's listen to him again. These people so slick, though. Evil.
We have a giant opportunity to bend the arc of the moral universe toward justice, real justice. And with the plans outlined tonight, we have a real chance to root out systemic racism that plagues America and American lives in other ways. A chance to deliver real equity. Good jobs, good schools, affordable housing, clean air, clean water, being able to generate wealth and pass it down to generations because you have an access to purchase a house.
Like who? Your counterpart, them. They have all the equity they need to buy a house and everything. They always get a special loan. And you can go through it and look up redlining. Yeah, it is redlining, where they basically get a map and they draw where they gonna live. And they give them all types of funding and everything. Military families. What's the name of that family? The Myers, y'all. Go look that up, you did. That was a good-ass documentary. Let's continue with this food.
Real opportunities in the lives of more Americans, Black, white, Latino, Asian Americans, Native Americans. Look, I also want to thank the United States Senate for voting 94-1 to pass COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act to protect.
Y'all heard that? He said they passed COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act. Wow. Ain't that crazy? And you know who they using as the villain? Black people. Like we the ones went and shot up a nail salon with 8 people in it. Did we do that, people? But who being attacked? Us, clearly. Us, as usual, you did? As if we just walking around. I hate you, Asians. Everybody, we know propaganda when we see it, especially if you on this channel. You got to be new to not know what we do here. We really break this down. I wanted to do the whole speech, you dig, but I'm really just testing stuff out to see how it go, bro. These people really evil. You understand me?
Asian American and Pacific Islander.
Look how quick they passed that. Look. By the way, y'all, you see how quick they passed that for them Asians? You know how long these people been murdering us in the streets? While Obama was saying, "Hey, boy, I can make a baby," and all of that old crap, when he was repudiating and refudiating Farrakhan and everybody else, you did. That's how long we've been getting murdered at a public scale with Trayvon. Soon as a couple of crimes happen directed towards Asians, and I don't really believe in the crimes. I really believe that that's propaganda, y'all. Them people set that up because they about to get some bills passed to sweep guns off the street and sweep more black men and women off the street. If not, put them in the casket. You see how they operate? Think about that. Your sons and your daughters been out here dying, not getting beat up, not being called something bad. He called me a blah, blah, blah. He called me a slur. Ooh, they made some quick laws. Remember? All the celebrities jumped out, y'all. All the celebrities jumped out. Man, y'all need to stop this. Stop messing with these Asians, y'all. Where was the Asians while we was being slain in these streets? Did you see any Asians speak for you? Did any top Asians? Was it what his name is? The one that ran for president? Andrew Yang. Did Yang pop up? Nah, y'all gotta stop doing this to black people. Did y'all hear that? No. Did they say, "Oh, we about to study all type of stuff"? You know how they say, "We about to study reparations, just see what happened. What was the impact? And then we got to see what law we going to put here and there and all of that crap." Did they do that for the Asians? Hell no. They swiftly got it passed, sweeping. You heard that boy Joe Biden just now? Yeah, we got it through quick. Let's continue while they still clapping and shit. Look.
Decisively.
You
can see on television the viciousness of the hate crimes we've seen over the past year.
He said the viciousness of the hate crimes that he saw over the past year, y'all. Over the past year? Asians been getting hit at. They've been getting this for over a year. Like, I just started hearing about it. Like, 4 months since y'all made this story up so y'all could target black people? So y'all can make sure we not always seen as a victim. So you could be like, "Oh, they hate people too. Look what they do to the Asians, another minority that live amongst them. Look how they treat them, the blacks. So don't worry about helping them." Y'all know how this go, man. Wow, let's continue though, talking about the viciousness of the hate crimes, y'all. Thank you for pressing like. You are witnessing a rebel network, the viciousness. But by the way, you heard him, he just not thanked them for sweeping that bill through for the Asians. Who else he about to thank, y'all?
Past year and for too long. I urge the House to do the same and send that legislation to my desk, which I will gladly, anxiously sign. I also hope Congress will get to my desk the Equality Act to protect LGBTQ Americans.
You heard that? He waiting on the Equality Act. So we got the Asians down, y'all. He done straightened everything out. He waiting on that bill to come through. He signing everything. Now he waiting on, his little hookup for the LGBTQ community. Now he waiting on hooking them up, y'all. You heard him? But not you. Not you. When he talk about you, he talk about criminal reform. And then you keep sticking George Floyd name in there. That's so disrespectful to me. Every time you talk about that man, you go to talking about criminal reform. The man wasn't a criminal. He was a murder victim. Man wasn't no criminal. He wasn't arrested for nothing, goddamn. You're talking about criminal justice, the George Floyd Act, to reform, which means change police. He don't even be specific at all, describing nothing at all, y'all. He describes nothing at all except saying police reform, police change, y'all, police change, y'all. Just think about if we scrape the word reform out and put change right there, and he kept saying it. Well, we're going to enact this police change. We're going to get this police change out here, police change. Everybody will start saying, What kind of change? What kind of change? But since he throwing that, oh, reform, police reform, you see, that's propaganda, y'all. At its finest, unfortunately. Let's continue with this clown. Now, we done heard him say what he did for the Asians, how he about to hook up LGBTQ. Let's continue, people.
To all transgender Americans watching at home, especially young people, you're so brave. I want you to know your president has your back. Another thing, let's authorize the violence.
You heard that? He said LGBTQ people, you're so brave. Why? Like, what's brave about that? Like, critically think about this. What's so brave about being gay? It's just the type of sex you have. Let's say, I like to roll around in the grass and it sexually pleases me. Will I wear that on my sleeves? Will I be like, oh, me and the community of grass rollers, you dig, we need our own laws because y'all be looking at us grass rollers like we funny or something, or like we crazy. And I think that's a hate crime. I should be able to roll in the grass and be sexually stimulated. Y'all understand what I'm trying to say? That's crazy to me. It's just your sexual preference. Sexual preference. You wasn't born with it. You not black. When you come out that womb, you black or you white, goddamn it. This ain't something you could pick up and let go. You could change your mind about your sexuality. Let's say you a person who stimulates yourself with dolls or something. You can change your mind about that, and not participate in that act and not have that label. Y'all understand? But let's continue, y'all. But that's brave.
Which has been law for 27 years. "27 years ago, I wrote it. It'll close the act that has to be authorized now, will close the boyfriend loophole to keep guns out of the hands of abusers. The court order said this is an abuser. You can't own a gun."
First of all, you can see that in a lot of ways. First of all, y'all know they trying to take the guns off the street, but think about it. Any little domestic violence thing, they gonna say you shouldn't be able to own a gun, y'all. So let's say I went outside and I beat my friend up. Do that mean I shouldn't own a gun? Like, that was my best friend. We see each other all the time. We probably gonna see each other after this because friends usually make up, but friends also have their, scuffles every now and then. Should I not be able to own a gun again? When that man is probably gonna get back with that woman, just like me and my friend can reconcile. Y'all understand that? But that should let you know that they trying to sweep the guns off the street, and they mainly target us. Of course, you dig. Of course, and he gonna really reveal that in a minute. Let's continue, y'all. I hate when I jump ahead because it make me stutter, and I hate stuttering.
Is to close that loophole.
Close that loophole.
Yeah.
By the way, y'all, he called it the boyfriend clause. Why you called it the boyfriend clause when you just not said that they die by their intimate partner? Intimate partner can be a male or female. But whatever, bro. Let's continue, y'all.
It's estimated that 50 women are shot and killed by an intimate partner every month in America. 50 a month. Let's pass it and save some lives.
You heard that, right? By an intimate partner. Why is it the boyfriend loophole then? Because he targeting black men, goddamn it. And they trying to make it look like, oh, it's a loophole to where they can get out of jail. Oh, these people really slick, bro. It's so much stuff in this State of the Union address, bro. Like, I really could have started from the beginning, but I really wanted to just take this piece so I could check out this live crap and see how smooth or unsmooth this go. If y'all hear, like, if something wrong with the volume or the video or something like that, let me know, because that's the main reason I had to hop on the live. JW say, I hate the government. I understand, bro. And you're not alone. Maniac said, you're absolutely right. You feel me, bro? Thank y'all, bro. Real talk.
flag at the White House was still flying at half-mast for the 8 victims of the mass shooting in Georgia,
that y'all keep
when
committing.
10 more lives were taken in the mass shooting in Colorado. And in the week in between those two events, 250 other Americans were shot dead in the streets of America.
You see how slick that was? How many of y'all saw how slick that was? You are witnessing the Rebel Network. He said the shooting at the nail salon, the mass shooting right there had popped off. Then the mass shooting popped off, which was 2 mass shootings, y'all. Then he said in between time, 250 popped off. You know what that means? He minimalizing the mass shootings, y'all. Because in between both mass shootings was 250 people died on the streets and stuff in America. You know who he talking to? Us, y'all. He talking about us because he targeting us to take the guns from us. We are a target. I don't know what black man need to hear that. Y'all should know by now. You did? Said they love bringing up. Yeah, exactly, bro. Let's continue, y'all. Really, let me replay that so y'all can really let that sink in, though. Look,
250.
how slick he is. Look.
And in the week in between those two events, 250 other Americans were shot dead in the streets of America.
Replay that shit again.
The flag at the White House was still flying at half-mast for the 8 victims of the mass shooting in Georgia, when 10 more lives were taken in the mass shooting in Colorado. And in the week in between those two events, 250 other Americans were shot dead in the streets of America.
You heard that, right? See, that's how you target people slickly and minimalize what they do. Mass shooting innocent people. Innocent people. He goes in there disgruntled. And look what the police chief said, because y'all know I was paying attention. The police chief said, well, he had a bad day, man. He had a bad day. So he can go shoot up 8 Asian women. People who didn't have a gun. You know what you don't say about them shootings in the streets of America? That usually it's people who knew that they was about to die. Man, I'm in a situation where I live over here and they live over there. I might die. I sell drugs over here and now he want to sell drugs over here. I might die. They suspect that. They prepare for that. They stand on corners, loaded and strapped and ready for that. That's the thing about them crimes. You know what about mass shootings when people have a bad day, go and shoot up innocent people? Black people, we not known for doing stuff to innocent people. Innocent people. If we gonna attack, it's gonna be somebody who know that they are about to be attacked or they deserve to be attacked. You understand me? Come on, man. Let's keep going.
Shot dead. I know how hard it is to make progress on this issue. In the 90s, we passed universal background checks.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? My bad, y'all. He said in the 90s, we passed universal background checks. You know what he really talking about? His 1994 crime bill. The infamous 1994 crime bill. He admitting to it, y'all. But he doing it in a slick way because he actually think that this is going to benefit him. He said in the 90s, we did this. And you know what? Remember what they was combating in the 90s, right? Supposedly gangs in California and across America. The sweeping crack epidemic. The crack epidemic just locking your fathers and mothers up for life. It wasn't, that's a victim. Let's give them some fresh needles. They're just victims. Oh, this is a disease. It was none of that. It was let me go take their mothers, fathers, sons, and daughters and put them in these terrible prisons, across America. That's what it was. That's what it was. Ain't no victim stuff. See, that's a victim mentality. You know how they like to do that to black people? You got a victim mentality. That's a victim mentality right there, goddamn it. Boy, these people something else, boy. Let's continue, y'all. You too, man. You are witnessing the Rebel Network.
Rounds that can be fired off in background checks. A ban on assault weapons and high-capacity magazines that hold 100 rounds that can be fired off in seconds.
You heard that? That's another red flag that he targeting black men. He said they got clips with 100 rounds that can be let off in seconds. In seconds. We got to ban these assault rifles, these clips. You know who y'all need to ban them from? Them, I ain't gonna even say that. Y'all know who, with the mass shootings. Y'all know who it is. Let's continue, man.
We beat the NRA.
We beat the
Mass
NRA.
shootings and gun violence declined. Check out the report over 10 years. But in the early 2000s, the law expired. We've seen daily bloodshed since. I'm not saying if the law continued, we wouldn't see bloodshed. More than 2 weeks ago in the Rose Garden, surrounded by some of the bravest people I know, the survivors and families who lost loved ones to gun violence.
Here you go with the what I like to call it is the butter, buttering you up. There you go, the families, y'all, that suffer from the gun violence that time. And here you go, George Floyd, baby. And here you go, the poor Americans who couldn't. See, that's how they get you. Have you all buttered up with that old boy. We don't fall for that here, you understand? Let's continue, y'all.
I laid out several of the Department of Justice actions that are being taken to impact this epidemic. One of them is banning so-called ghost guns. These are homemade guns built from a kit that includes directions how to finish the firearm. The parts have no serial numbers, so they show up at crime scenes and they can't be traced.
Whatever, that should let you know further that he targeting black men. We, street people use them guns. You understand me? He not targeting them, the mass shooters, the ones who quickly labeled as mentally unstable. The ones who they take to McDonald's after they just shot up a church with old people in it. When they just shot up a lot of churchgoers, they take them to McDonald's. That's why I get furious, But I notice the more I get mad, like I trip over my words and I hate to do that. Let's continue, y'all.
The buyers of these ghost gun kits aren't required to pass any background check.
Dude.
Anyone, from a criminal or terrorist, could buy this kit and within 30 minutes have a weapon that's lethal.
You heard him? A criminal or a terrorist, because they know how to scare you. Because remember, they already put you through the terrorist scare. They know you still scared of them. So look, a terrorist could get these guns now, y'all. You better get scared. We got to ban this now. A terrorist could get their hands on it, or some black criminal. You heard how you said it? Some criminal or terrorist. Let's continue, y'all.
But no more. And I'll do everything in my power to protect the American people from this epidemic of gun violence. But it's time for Congress to act as well.
No, shut the hell up.
Close the loopholes required in background check purchases of guns. We need a ban on assault weapons and high-capacity magazines.
You see how he going in on them assault rifles? Who y'all always hear bragging about a Draco or a chopper, or any Russian assault rifle? That's young black males, Come on, man. But he ain't talking about getting them sniper rifles. He ain't talking about getting them big. They got grenade launchers, some of these people, y'all. These people have stockpiles. He ain't talking about going to nobody's house and taking all of them hunting jackets and all of them grenades these people be having. Because first of all, where do y'all think these young black men is buying these guns from? They buy them from the police. They buy them from the military. Them the people that sell them the guns. While they trying to, it's the big black criminal. Where else these young boys is getting Russian assault rifles from, y'all? Where else these little boys is getting grenades from? Grenade launchers, extended clips and stuff. Think about it, fresh extended clips, banana clips, all kind of guns, TI type guns. It's from the military, y'all. These ain't just some throwaway, toss away little scraped up dingy guns. These dudes got all kind of sniper rifles. They got beams and all kind of stuff on these guns. Who you think they getting this from? You are witnessing the Rebel Network. Let's continue.
Don't tell me it can't be done. We did it before and it worked.
You heard him, huh? We did it before when he done that 1994 crime bill.
Talk to most responsible gun owners and hunters. They'll tell you there's no possible justification for having 100 rounds in a weapon.
You heard that? You heard that? He lets you know that he not attacking the NRA or none of them. You heard him? He said the hunters and responsible gun owners. You think he talking about you? You think he talking about black people? The responsible gun owners and hunters? Let's replay that part. You think he talking about you?
Most responsible gun owners need a ban on assault weapons and high-capacity magazines. And don't tell me it can't be done. We did it before and it worked. Talk to most responsible gun owners and hunters. They'll tell you there's no possible justification for having 100 rounds in a weapon.
Yes, it is. When you got people like the police riding down the street. Oh, it's a reason for it. But I ain't gonna even go in deep on that part, y'all. Let's just keep going. Cause I started to say some stuff.
What do you think, deer wearing Kevlar vests? They'll tell you that there are too many people today who are able to buy a gun, but shouldn't be able to buy a gun.
Who you think he talking about? He says people able to buy a gun who shouldn't be able to buy a gun. He not just talking about the mentally unstable, supposedly white boys. He threw out so many red flags that he talking directly about black people. Black people. Listen.
These kinds of reasonable reforms have overwhelming support from the American people, including many gun owners. The country supports.
He said the gun owners who support it, y'all. The gun owners who support it is the NRA. You know, the responsible gun owners he just spoke on. The ones that he said is hunters. And he said, oh, deer's not wearing a Kevlar vest and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to listen real hard with these losers. Listen.
Reform this, and Congress should act. This shouldn't be a red or blue issue. And no amendment to the Constitution is absolute. You can't.
Because it's a black and white issue.
Yell fire in a crowded theater. From the very beginning, there were certain guns, weapons that could not be owned by Americans. Certain people could not own those weapons ever.
Certain people couldn't own them guns, y'all, ever. Who them certain people is? Because you know it wasn't the NRA. You know it wasn't the duck hunters he keep talking about, or the quote-unquote responsible gun owners, who we clearly know he talking about, you know, dominant society in them. See, that's the responsible people.
We're not changing the Constitution. We're being reasonable. I think this is not a Democrat or Republican issue. I think it's an American issue. And here's what else we can do. Immigration has always been essential to America.
Look, then you see, when it's supposedly the black portion, y'all, they talking about you like you a criminal. Are you dumb? So we need to get you a new school or something. We need to build more schools and all of this crap. Always talking about giving money to HBCUs. How much money they gonna get, y'all? How they still don't have what they need? It's like, since I've been growing up, I've been hearing people say, donating to HBCU this and the HBCU that. How come they still don't have nothing? Is somebody taking money from the top or something? But that's beyond the point, y'all. Let's keep going, man.
Let's end our exhausting war over immigration. For more than 30 years, politicians have talked about immigration reform, and we've done nothing about it. It's time to fix it.
I'm going to pause right there. You heard him say, people been talking about immigration reform, which we know is immigration change. Now, when the last time was good, Cash G was good, LT was good, everybody, you dig? You witnessing a Rebel Network. Thank y'all for being up this late too, you dig? You know, if y'all here, was good, Reef, man, Grand Rising to you too. It's still late out here. Man, if y'all hear any sound issues or some visual stuff, let me know too, bro. But these people are extremely sick, y'all. Anytime they talking about us, you're a criminal, you're dumb, we got to build you a school, or you need a job, not a career. You know, don't be a boss, get you a job or something, you know. Boy, But when they talk about these Latinos, when he said immigration reform, listen to him, y'all. He about to lay it out and everything.
Day one of my presidency, I kept my commitment and sent a comprehensive immigration bill to the United States Congress. If you believe we need to secure the border, pass it because it has a lot of money for high-tech border security. If you believe in a pathway to citizenship, pass it. It's over 11 million undocumented folks, the vast majority of here overstaying visas.
You hear that? He laying out strategies, y'all. He telling them, pass this. That way we could have the high-tech stuff at the border. You dig? Pass this. That way these people could come over there and vote. Come over here and vote. Pass this so they can come over here and be able to receive all the same resources that blacks and other Americans receive. Pass this, pass that. But when they talking about you, it's police reform, police reform, police reform. It's not police reform. Y'all ain't wearing no guns no more. It's not police reform. Oh, we gonna have y'all patrolling on bikes, you know, and I'm just using examples. They don't lay that out for you. They don't do that. What they do is throw in a little side story. George Floyd's daughter, I had called her up and we was crying on the phone. Man, don't nobody won't hear none of that. Except the old people of the 60s or whatever, they still, you know, believe in John Lewis and whoever else they won't believe today. You push that over there to them. But we not having that no more, especially over here on BTN. Let's continue, y'all.
We can actually, if you actually want to solve a problem, I've sent a bill to take a close look at it. We also have to get at the root problem of why people are fleeing, particularly to our southern border from Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador.
Do y'all hear that? They about to start looking into why the people leaving the countries. Like, why is they coming over here? They about to look into everything. But when our sons, daughters, mothers, and fathers is dead in these streets, it ain't, man, we about to look into why this keep happening. Why somebody keep feeling too scared to interact with a black person? Why police officers as a whole keep murdering these people? Why police officers keep walking scot-free? Anybody talked about looking into that? Why he's saying reform, 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 reform? Let's continue, man. But they looking into everything. They passing everything and everything for them, though.
The violence, the corruption, the gangs, the political instability, hunger, hurricanes, earthquakes, natural disasters. When I was president, when I was vice president.
Hold on, let's stop right there. You heard him? He know all the challenges Latinos face, don't he? He know all the problems Latinos face. Did he ever lay out your problems, man? Black people been over here. They ain't been treated right. We ain't never give them what they worth, you dig? We told them we was going to give them reparations because we got it in all of our documents. What they call it, the Declaration of Independence and all of that crap. But yet when they on conservative talk shows or conservative radio, they'll say, we love the Declaration of Independence. How dare you? You'll never change the Declaration of Independence. But when it come to reparations, oh, nah, we was just playing, y'all ain't getting no acres in the mute. That was just a joke. You understand? Oh, we need to study stuff. We need to study everything. Then we gonna holler at y'all later. Come on, y'all. Let's continue.
The president asked me to focus on providing help needed to address the root causes of migration and to help keep people in their own countries instead of being forced to leave. The plan was working, but the last administration decided it was not worth it. I'm restoring the program and asked Vice President Harris to lead our diplomatic effort to take care of this.
He gave us some busy work, basically. Oh, come back and tell us that, oh, they migrating here because of the gangs and all the other stuff he just named. You already know why they migrating to America. You just said it. What else do she need to investigate, y'all? Come on now, let's continue.
I have absolute confidence you'll get the job. Now look.
Yeah, Luke.
If you don't like my plan,
they want that Latino vote, boy.
Let's at least pass what we all agree on. Congress needs to pass legislation this year to to finally secure protection for dreamers.
You see? He talking about dreamers and everything, y'all. Y'all know who dreamers is? The ones I believe who are the Latinos who are already born in America, I think, or they got here. You know, I forgot exactly for right now, but I can look it up and know exactly what it is. So don't act like I don't know. But it's the Dreamers Act. I remember Obama, the one who pushed it. So I am familiar with it. You understand me? The Dreamers Act, which lets y'all know that's another installment. He lays stuff out for the Latino vote. I mean, the Latino people, supposedly. You did? He making sure he look out for dreamers, but is he looking out for your kids? We gonna pass this to make sure that if you shoot a kid under the age of 17, I don't care what the situation is, you're getting put under the jail. You know, I don't want to hear you was frightened by the teenager. It was a grown black man. He was 16. I don't know. You know, these hoodlums are out here today. You understand me? You should be put under the jail. Ain't no getting your retirement and all of that. Ain't no quickly resigning so you can get the money still, so you can live comfortably still. You understand me? Let's continue.
The young people who only know America as their home.
Look, yeah, I was right. He says the young ones who only know America as their home. So they was born here and they trying to stay here. He making sure that they stay here.
Beset by man-made and natural-made violence and disaster.
Man, that fool said man-made and natural-made disasters.
As well as a pathway beset by man-made and permanent protection for immigrants who are here on temporary protective status who came from countries beset by man-made and natural-made violence and disaster.
Man-made and natural-made violent disasters. What is Joe Biden talking about? Come on, y'all. Let's continue.
Immigrants have done so much for America during this pandemic.
Wow. You see, immigrants have done so much during this pandemic. Anybody ever talk about you good in a great manner? Do they ever say black people have been providing so much for this country? Matter of fact, black people are the backbone of this society. Did they say black people worked so hard to build this nation? They never been repaid. They still oppressed or anything towards you, anything nice towards you. But that boy said, man, these Latinos, man, they been good during the pandemic. Man, I love them. I'm going to protect them, the dreamers, everybody. Y'all notice we heard at least 5 plans. But when they talking about you, I will repeat, when they talking about you, it's criminal reform because all of us criminals. It's we going to get some better public schools because we so dumb. We just need them to give us some more of these indoctrination as lessons that they give you at these schools. Come on now, y'all. Terrible schools. We in 2021, y'all. Y'all see how terrible America look? Look at the infrastructure on these highways, nothing but potholes, the streets, no type of advancement. You know, like even the road signs should be more advanced by now. But that's another story. Let's continue, y'all.
And throughout our history, the country supports immigration reform. We should act. Let's argue over it. Let's debate it. But let's act.
You heard him? We could argue, we could debate, but we gonna act. But let's act. They never say that for you. Like, you know, I know you getting tired of it. You know, he keeps saying they don't say it, but they don't, y'all. They don't say, oh, we could debate how these police killing these black people, but let's just act for right now, though. We got to make sure that we act. Do they say that? We could debate what's going on with the black people. We could say that they lying and racism don't exist. We could say all of this about these blacks and these hoodlum black men. You understand me? But we gonna act. You ever heard that? You ever hear that? I don't think you do.
And if we truly want to restore the soul of America, we need to protect the sacred right to vote.
Here's another thing they give black people as butter. The right to vote, the right to repeatedly vote for generational scammers like the Democrats, y'all. That's what he want to make sure. See, if you want anything, if you expect anything from them, they gonna make sure you can vote. Them Democrats, boy, because they've been generationally scamming black people. But it ends now, goddamn it. It ends now. It's all right. It is not, because them Biden blacks, they looking. And they feel ashamed of themselves, y'all. They feel bad for saying, go vote. At least vote on the lower levels. Why? So you can vote for the next top political puppet like American Idol. Oh, you go vote at the lower levels so you can help that politician rise up. And then he gonna sell you down the river too. He gonna sell you down the river too. That's what you gonna do though, huh? Are you going to vote for Joe Biden? Because you got to play the game. It's the lesser of two evils, which makes you evil, by the way. You know, if you vote for evil, you content with evil, you are evil. If you voting for evil, I don't give a damn if it's the lesser of evil. Evil is evil. The fuck is you talking about? Let's listen, y'all.
Most people.
Thank you, Ms. Monet, dude. Adversarian in here too.
More people voted in the last presidential election than any time in American history.
Y'all heard that? And by the way, y'all, this whole speech, like some of y'all say he ain't Trump. This dude is just like Trump, except he lullaby you. He lullaby you with it. Like, you know how Trump used to be like, man, when I came to the podium, it was the best podium ever. The steps I took was the best steps ever in the history of an American president. Y'all remember how he used to brag, right? But this how Joe Biden brag. Man, those votes was the most votes ever by an American president. That's what he did the whole time, y'all. You know, he lullaby brag. Because I know some of y'all, he understand that some of y'all just won't go back to sleep. And I'm talking about black. Some of y'all want to go back to sleep. So he going to give you the lullaby of it all. You want that illusion, you did. But Trump gave you that reality, and you can't go back to sleep no more. No matter how hard you try, listening to Sleepy Joe right here. Let's continue.
In the middle of the worst pandemic ever, it should be celebrated. Instead, it's being attacked. Congress should pass H.R. 1 and the John Lewis Voting Rights Act and send it to my desk right
away. Of course, they make sure that you can fall for the generational scam of voting for Democrat after Democrat, and they continuously provide nothing for you. All for everybody else, or everybody as a whole could get something, but you specifically, no. But if a couple of y'all go curse out a few Asians, man, we about to make sure y'all stop cursing at them Asians. Oh, what? They smacked the Asian upside the head. What? We got to make laws. Oh no, this pandemic Asian beatings. What kind of crap is this, y'all? You gotta be Ray Charles to not see this by now. Even you people who grew up in the 60s and stuff. And I ain't talking about all of y'all, because some of y'all really righteous, bruh. But some of y'all walk up to me just absolutely oblivious to this generational scam, y'all. Let's continue.
The country supports it, and Congress should act now.
Act now. That's when he forced stuff for black people. When it benefit him. Act now. We need these black people who stupid enough, dumb enough to still vote for us. Act now. We need them voting right now. This for John Lewis Coon. This for John Lewis. Y'all feel me? Will you let that dude rest in peace, by the way? I don't even like John Lewis. He wasn't nothing but another person who helped them hijack the civil rights movement. Him and all the rest of them helped John F. Kennedy and his brother hijack the civil rights movement, the same way they trying to hijack woke or hijack our culture. You know, they hijack everything, by the way. Goddamn, you know, goddamn, do your own thing. I'll elaborate. No, let's keep going, man. I digress.
In conclusion, as we gather here tonight,
you are witnessing the Rebel Network.
Mob assaulting this Capitol, desecrating our democracy, remain vivid in all our minds. Lives were put at risk, many of your lives. Lives were lost. Extraordinary courage was summoned. The
Y'all, I'm gonna just stop it right there. He talking about what happened at the Capitol, y'all. Lives was lost, everything. You know how weak America look? America looking real weak out here. That's all it took. That's all it took to get in what should be one of the most secure buildings on the planet. That's all it took. Not only black people looking at that like, oh, y'all looking real suspect out here, but everybody else, other nations. I know China was like, oh, for real? That's how they do. They looking pretty weak out here, y'all. With their little charade of letting these complete white supremacists storm through their capital. Storm through your capital, though? Like, think about it, me. You think I'm gonna let my enemy storm through my home? Over my dead body? Over my dead body? Talking about the insurrectionists, not the mob. Remember how they talk about you, the rioters, the looters, because they was rioting, they was looting. Remember, they was taking all kind of mementos and everything. Oh, this the sheet of paper that Nancy Pelosi was writing on. Remember, they was looting. Yeah, they was out here looting, y'all. They was rioting, breaking in windows and everything, y'all, murdering people. People died, y'all. Joe Biden said that they was terrorists. The last terrorists that attacked y'all buildings, by the way, because these was the Twin Towers. These is buildings. The last terrorists that attacked y'all buildings, y'all went to their nation. Y'all toppled like 3 nations: Iraq, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. But you got some white supremacists who ran through y'all capital. Got you looking real weak, by the way. And ain't nobody storming through Proud Boys. Ain't nobody storming through white supremacy. Ain't nobody kicking their doors down. Ain't nobody investigating them. Ain't nobody like they did us with the supposed gangs in California, getting the battering rams and scaring our children, young girls inside scared because they busting through the door with a battering ram, remember? Because they got to get the drugs and the violence off the street. But look at these people who run through their capital. I know. You are witnessing the Rebel Network. Let's continue, y'all.
Insurrection was an existential crisis, a test on whether our democracy could survive, and it did. But the struggle is far from over. The question of
that dude said what them people did by completely disrespecting them and making them look real soft and weak, that was a test. So you supposed to be the most powerful nation on the planet Earth, and you telling me groups of white supremacists can test you? You get tested by sleeper cell groups? You get tested by white supremacists? You think I'm gonna let somebody test BTN? Like this my organization, y'all. You think I'm gonna let an outsider, let alone my enemy, a terrorist, be the person who tests the way I operate? What? A test. He said that was a test. Boy, I swear, let's continue. A test.
Our democracy will long endure as a test on whether our democracy could survive, and it did. But the struggle is far from over. The question of whether our democracy will long endure is both ancient and urgent. As old as our republic, still vital today. Can our democracy deliver on its promise that all of us, created equal in the image of God, had a chance to lead lives of dignity, respect, and possibility? Can our democracy?
Y'all know these people never had a democracy here. Can anybody name a time when America had democracy? And I'm not going to wait because, I don't want to die. They never had democracy. Like, what are these times these people always reflecting on? Back when we was, equal and stuff. Them dudes only wrote that down because they was con artists. Right after they wrote all of that, created equal crap, they went and slaved somebody, probably raped somebody, experimenting on black people. Y'all know what they did to us? Experimenting on black women, their bodies, their uterus and stuff. after they wrote the Declaration and all of that crap. Don't act like slavery, everything just turned into rainbows after he said all men is created equal, and Benjamin Franklin and all of them drunk white boys, after they wrote all of that, oh, everything just got into in living color, huh? Everything was bright, sunshine, and roses, right? Get out of here, people. Don't fall for this crap by these people, please. And I hope you black Biden black base, I like to call them. I hope y'all feel, like remorseful or apologetic about the whole thing. Like, know what? Y'all was right. We should have never fell for this again. We should have never voted for the lesser of two evils. And on the slick, I don't even think y'all voted for him. Hey, but I ain't gonna elaborate before they take the whole channel. It's enough they shadow banning me anyway on the slick, but I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna tell nobody else. Let's continue, y'all.
Deliver the most pressing needs
I can't
of our
believe
people.
10 of y'all in here.
Can
Though.
our
Thank
democracy
you.
overcome
Real
the
talk,
lies, anger,
especially
hate,
for them
and
lights.
fears
Like
that
real
pull
talk,
us
I don't think
apart?
I got them that quick. I ain't
America's
expecting
adversaries,
nobody
the
to be up.
autocrats of the world, are betting we can't. And I promise you, they're betting we can't. They believe we're too full of anger and division and rage.
You is. We just saw what you did at the Capitol. You is full of rage against really they rageful against their own company. I mean, my bad. They racist against their own country, a country that was built for them to win, y'all. The country was built for these people to win, yet they stormed their own capital. And you think a Democrat or a Republican care about you? Look what they'll do to their own capital. That's their capital, y'all. The one that they be walking around, don't tread on me and all of that, that's theirs. That's what they'll do to their own. What you think they'll do to you? And plus, do you think they give one damn about you if they'll do that to their capital? They was ready to tie Nancy Pelosi up. Them dudes was walking around talking about where Nancy at. They looked like the purge. They was reenacting that because they love that type of stuff, y'all. Y'all know them. They was walking around that building, bruh, like terrorizers that they are. Sick people. They sick in the head. They had zip ties to tie her up, but they not kicking down no doors. They not going to these lawyers' job because remember, these was lawyers. These was affluent people. These wasn't just some hillbilly Jim walking around. That wasn't them. This was lawyers, firefighters, policemen. Yeah. Let's continue, man.
They look at the images of the mob that assaulted the Capitol as proof that the sun is setting on American democracy. But they're wrong.
That is proof, and they not wrong. The sun is setting on American dictatorship. The sun is setting on American dictatorship. A two-party dictatorship, y'all. Republican and Democrat. I always told y'all that it's a two-party dictatorship. Like, I know a lot of people be getting mad, like hoping that I drop a video every second. I don't do that because I like to research, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, I do gotta move a little faster, you dig? But this life, bro. And I don't do every story. I'm not here for likes. I've been here since 2010, I think, when I made this channel. Before people was getting paid and all of that crap, I've been doing this. I've been talking about reparations. I was homeless living inside that goddamn hotel you saw me in. I was homeless, dude, doing this. So I ain't doing this for your like, your view, to make you riled up. You know what I'm saying? No clout chasing or none of that crap. I ain't trying to be the next this or that. I'm saying this because it's right and it's the truth. You dig? You are witnessing the Rebel Network. Let's continue.
You know it, I know it. But we have to prove them wrong. We have to prove democracy still works, that our government still works, and we can deliver for our people. In our first 100 days together, we've acted to restore people's faith in democracy to deliver. We're vaccinating the nation. We're creating hundreds of thousands of new jobs. We're delivering real results to people. They can see it, feel it in their own lives.
Joe Biden ain't doing none of that, y'all. And really, that's around the end. He about to butter them up for the end of it. I was going to do that whole video, but I didn't. I wanted to see how this run. But I want to tell each and every last one of y'all, Like, thank you. I can't believe y'all up like doing this. Where I'm at is 11, so 12, 1, 2. It's like 2 or 3 on the East Coast or something like that, man. But thank y'all for checking this out. You did catching me live because y'all know I don't be live. I'm gonna probably try to start going live because this was kind of cool. You did, depending on how y'all rock with it. LT said, respect truth tellers, and we respect you too, man. Thank y'all for hearing my voice. You understand me? And checking this out late at night. I think like I ain't have no video problems. Nobody ain't saying nothing about audio or nothing. So I'm gonna watch how I upload if it have all of them stopping and starting kinks and all of that crap. But this seemed kind of cool, and I might go live a little more, you did. But y'all know how it is. This is Block Talk News. You witnessing the Rebel Network. Once again, y'all holler at me.